This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so yesterday we did some work on the dunning, and basically dunning is a kind of a business transaction. It's a process actually. So we do three activities. Two activities we do it in the system. First, we run a dunning proposal. So when you run the dunning proposal, it will find out for the particular range of contract accounts whether any dunnable items are available in open items. So if dunnable open items are available, then proposal will happen. That means dunning can happen. But for each of the proposal, a level will come into picture depending on the number of days for which the item was not paid. Then according to the configuration, according to dunning level, a dunning activity will come into picture. And dunning activity is basically controlled through a module program. So in the first level, we said it has to print a letter. And in the second level, we said it has to create a security deposit. But alternatively, we modified the second level to do a disconnection. That means we are using ISU functionality of disconnection of a meter. If the consumer does not pay in the particular number of days, then the meter has to be disconnected. So yesterday we did the dunning proposal. It created the disconnection, but actually could not see the disconnection. In the night when I was checking, I could notice it has already created the dunning, based on dunning. We will trace it now. So if you go to our technical installation data, we had created one installation for division, that is 50, electricity division, 55, that is our division. And for this installation, we have done 202 is the installation for which contract has been prepared. 198 is the contract, and for this particular contract or the installation, we had done the disconnection because the contract is belonging to the contract account. The contract account is 5202. This is 198. This is the old installation. So we'll find out for the division 55, 182, installation 202. No, this is not the account. If you go to CAA2, 5801 is the contract account actually what you created, the last one. F4 for the company code group 555. 5108. 5108 is the contract account you have created. 240 for the contract account 5108. We will see. Sorry. We have created not in our system because you don't have the plant maintenance work management. We created in another, division, which is where already you have done the work management. So that we did for 30. Yeah, I remember it was 30. ES 31. We defined an installation for the division 30 electricity. And then here our installation was 204. Installation was 204. And it had a contract 200. 5801 was the contract account. This contract account, we are not belong to our company code. We did it in another company code because in another company code you have customized the work management. Okay. So CAA2 5801 is the contract account, which is having our dunning configuration, our dunning procedure Z5. And for 5801, we had done the dunning activity. There are two open items. So if you go to FPL9 and then see the open items, So it has got two open items. First open item, we've done the dunning, and then second time it creates a second deposit, and also we have done the dunning receivable. So we will use open item with the level as Z55, where we have line item layout with the item details. And then you can see dunning level 02 has reached. Okay, it has reached a dunning level as 02. 02 is nothing but our what you call the second level dunning has happened. And for second level dunning, you should create a disconnection document. So now we will trace the dunning proposal, what we have done. Go to contract account receivable and payable, and then go to periodic processing for the contract account, dunning notice, dunning proposal run, date ID 1502, environment, dunning history, execute, and then if you find out here, dunning level 2 has reached. And what is the dunning level category? Dunning level category is 09. 09 means disconnection. You should have created a disconnection document. Let's see whether it has created a disconnection document. So for that, we have to go to customer service and then go to process execution, disconnection, reconnection, change the disconnection document. Disconnection document with the reason as disconnection, and then continue. So there are some disconnection documents created with the reason as the basically dunning. Okay. So here our disconnection document is 51. Okay. This 51 was created for the contract, which is basically contract account is 5801. This is a contract account and this is a contract what we have created. So after the disconnection document is created, what they will do in the PM customer service, they will create a disconnection order. Okay. Disconnection order means it is basically going to create a plant maintenance notification document. A notification document will be created, and then plant maintenance notification PM module planning plant is 3002. This is a notification code, and then we save it. When you save it, it will create a notification, a plant maintenance notification informing the maintaining planning plant. You go and do the disconnection. Okay. Then based on the disconnection, they will enter the completion certificate. Disconnection is done, and then we'll update that information in the disconnection document. So this is a service order. Actually, it is not a service order. It is a plant maintenance notification which has been created. So if you go to work management, processing, and then service processing, notification, change. So this is the notification what it has created, the disconnection document notification, where the service person has to go and do the disconnection. This is the intimation given to the plant maintenance department. Now, based on this particular notification, they will create a service order. Okay. So go to create a service order, create with respect to notification. So this is notification. Order type is SM01, priority very high, planning plant 3002. And then sales organization is 3000, distribution channel 30, division 30, and then create. So here it will use the business partner maintained as a customer. So there's a backward integration where we have seen earlier also, when you did the sales and distribution invoice, first you created a business partner. And for business partner, we made the system to create a customer master. And for that customer master, we had created sales order, delivery billing, and the FICA document was posted. So likewise here, business partner is 227, for which customer is 227. And for that customer, we are now creating a service order. Save the service order. and then they will release the service order for carrying out the work at the customer's location. So change the sales order, service order, and then release it, schedule it and release it, schedule and then release it. So order is released, and based on this service order, the person will do service disconnection, and then they enter the confirmation. It is like a ticket actually. The service person will say, I have done the job, I have done the disconnection, and then individual confirmation. This is all for your information. I mean, this is all happening outside FICA, but just to gather the information, we are doing this activity. This is done by the plant maintenance and the ISU consultant. So now confirmation has been done. Once the confirmation has been done, they will update the information in the service disconnection order, what was created. Then we go to again customer service and then change the disconnection document, enter the disconnection. Okay, we are confirming disconnection has been done, and then disconnection status is confirmed, disconnection is completed. So once the disconnection is completed, what it will do, it will temporarily disconnect the installation. It will update in the installation. So if we go to ES31, that is installation 204, it will show installation is fully disconnected. Okay, that means meter is there, but it is not functioning. Okay, that means from the FICA, we ran the Dunning proposal. Based on the Dunning proposal, disconnection document is directly created in the plant maintenance, sorry, in the customer service. Then using the work management, they did the disconnection process. And then after that, the meter has to put back. Let's say customer makes the payment, then we will go for the reconnection. Okay. After the reconnection is done, the meter will start working again and the supply will happen. Okay. That is a further process. We can do reconnection. Again, you can maintain a reconnection code and then do the reconnection process, and the meter will be operational. Okay. So the basic idea is that one of the Dunning level, we said disconnection, and the document was created. Okay. So this is how we can integrate the FICA with the Dunning process. Okay. So there are different levels, and for each level we can maintain different category. Now, whenever you got a contract account, you go on creating the open items. So when you start doing Dunning, how the level will assign. Every open item, when the Dunning will happen, it will always have the level 1. Okay, and then level 2, level 3, like that it will come. Somewhere it has to end. Then after the last Dunning is over, that means no more further follow-up is required. We will, let's say in this case, meter is disconnected. Okay, then the customer did not pay. Again, you did the Dunning, the process, customer did not pay the amount. Then it can go for the payment collection by the external authorities. We will transfer the payment to the collection agency, and then they will start following with the customer to collect the payment. In any case, meter is disconnected. Okay, so Dunning will terminate at some point of time. When you reach the last level, there's no further processing possible, because that is basically, that's where you are saying it's going to have the disconnection carried out, and the meter is disconnected. Customer did not make the payment. So then we follow up with the external authorities, collection agents. We transfer the open items to them, and then they start following it up. Okay. But suppose if there are more than one open items, how the Dunning will happen? So that we have to see. We'll do one more exercise. Now we will replace the Dunning level with the security deposit so that you can understand. Again, you don't have to create a new contract account in the 30 division, do the move-in process. Okay, you have understood how it is done. Now what I will do, go back to financial accounting new, and here we will go to contract account receivable and payable, and then select the business transactions. And business transactions, we are saying basically the Dunning activities, and then go to define the Dunning procedure. Okay, in Dunning procedure we have created as basically Jet5 as the Dunning procedure. And for the Dunning procedure, we are maintaining Dunning levels. So Jet5 is a Dunning procedure. It has got two levels. Level 1, it is basically soft letter. And the second level, we will recustomize. Go to details. So here we will say Dunning level category is going to be security deposit. So we will say security deposit request, and then save it. And for this particular level, we'll maintain the amount limits more than 1000 rupees, then select it and then go to Dunning activities. In Dunning activities, we are saying for the level 2, you should create a security deposit. So we are saying here, you should create a cash security deposit. Again, there are two security deposits here. One is the cash security deposit created straight away, or cash security deposit after two device disconnections. That means just now we saw device was disconnected, customer made a payment. Then after some time again when the dunning happened, customer did not pay the amount in time. It went for again disconnection. Now when the third time the dunning happens, it will create a cash security deposit. That means after two disconnections. Okay, that is also possible. But here we are seeing generate the request for the cash security deposit and then save it. Now here in the amount limits, we are giving 1000, and then if you go to Dunning level 1, you can also add additional amounts. If you go to amount limits, 1000 rupees, Dunning activities. So we are given 00. If it is 50,000 also, R004. Print the Dunning correspondence letter. Okay. Now we'll create new contract account, and for the contract account, we'll create one open item, and then we'll do the Dunning. After that, we'll add one more open item, and then we will see whether Dunning will happen. And then you can check the frequency, at what frequency it will happen. But if you cross over that threshold, and if it is including both the items, then how the system will behave. Okay, that's what we want to understand. So now we will create one new contract account. So first let me recheck once again. Jet5 is a procedure. In this, we have said Dunning procedure category, and last Dunning level we will maintain it as 2. Last Dunning level, no Dunning, no output. No Dunning output in log. Done after end Dunning frequency for all the line items. Dunning for only new overdue items. And then save it. Whatever have been done, it will happen only for them. The other two, whatever have been done already with the last Dunning level, they won't be done. It will only done the new items. So we are given this. Dunning levels, there are two: soft letter, disconnection. For this amount limit, we have given Dunning activities. And the second is basically, we'll say security deposit. It is security deposit, and then save it. Here, the amount limit is 1000. Dunning activities. Generate the request for the cash security deposit. So now we will create one new contract account, and then create some open item, and then see Dunning proposal. So first we will go to the create contract account, CAA1, or we'll go to CAA2. We'll find out contract account created earlier for the group company code group 555. Our business partner is 240, and then 251 5202. So business partner is 251. We will use it. Create a new contract account with reference to 5202. So go to CAA1, business partner, contract account category 50, and then 5202 is the reference. For the business partner, 251 5202, and then continue. So Jet 500, Jet 501, new clearing category, and trans currency, all this we are given, payment terms, account different ID, dunning procedure. Dunning procedure will maintain it as Jet5, proposal for the procedure for the household consumers. So payment terms we are given, and then clearing category, tolerance group, company code, and dunning procedure Jet5, and then save it. Now, there is something called grouping also. We will understand what is the concept of grouping. Okay, now I will save it. So new contract account 5701 was created. 5701. Now, going back to dunning configuration, for each dunning level, we have to maintain either days in arrears or frequency. Okay, so how it is maintained, we will see. Go to financial accounting new, contract accounts receivable and payable, and then go to the business transactions, and then go to dunning notices, and then dunning procedure, Jet5, dunning level. Now, if you select the soft letter and the reminder, you're given days in arrears as 3. That means the first time when you do the dunning level 1, it will reach, provided when you do the dunning 3 days after the open item was created. Okay, that means it is like a grace period. Suppose the customer has to pay the amount by 2nd of December. So if you do the dunning on 3rd, proposal will not happen. Why? Because minimum 3 days have to pass. Okay, if dunning is 2nd, if the open item is due on 2nd, then 3rd, 4th, 5th. If you do proposal on 6th, then the dunning proposal will happen. Okay, that means it is giving number of days in arrears. But you can also maintain in the frequency. So first time we're given days in arrears, and then if you see the second dunning level, we are given the frequency as 5 days. Okay, that means from the last dunning, 5 days have to elapse, then only the second level will come into the picture. Okay, so that is what we are maintaining here, dunning frequency as 5. Okay, we'll test it with 5 and then see what happens. Okay, now we will go to create one open item. So days in arrears is 3. Days in arrears is 3, and then dunning frequency we given as 5 days. So if I create a open item on 01/12/2019, the dunning will start from 02. 02 is a due date actually, 12/2019 plus 3 days. So it will be 2nd, 3rd, 4th, maybe 5th or 6th. Okay, 6th first dunning can happen. Then 5 days we are giving the frequency. So 6 plus 5, 11. Okay, so maybe if you do proposal on 12th, then the second level will come. Okay, now after doing the dunning for the first open item, we will add one more open item, and then if you do the dunning, how it will behave, that we want to understand. So first we will create one first open item. Go to EFP-E1. We are posting on 01/12/2019. Document type is 50 and posting date is 01/12/2019, and reconciliation key we are going to maintain as key T 200, and then company code is this, BP item is 50, and then create the open item. So contract account, we'll use a new contract account which is 5701. 5701 is the latest one, and main transaction 5000, and then 5001. Let's say the amount is 4,000 rupees. post it. Document is posted under 90026. So 90026 is the FICA document. Now a receivable is created. Go to FPL9 and then all the open items for 501. So there is an open item for 4,000 rupees, no dunning level still. Okay. Now, if you do the dunning on date prior to 5th, okay, prior to 6th, nothing will happen because we given 3. Second 2 plus 3 is 5. Okay. So 6th will try to do the dunning. What will happen? So go to first dunning proposal. We go to contract account receivable and payable. Go to the periodic processing and then prepare the dunning proposal. So we will say it is 06/12 and then 2019 Z556. Okay, enter. The contract account is 5701 and then go to dunning parameters, date of issue 06 and then 12 2019, technical settings BKONT contract account and then save it. So parameters for the run is created and then schedule the program run. That means it is trying to see whether a dunning proposal can be created. Okay. So then basically update application log. If proposal is created, it will show interval error is there means 0 information total. Now we will see whether proposal has happened. Go to dunning history. Dunning history for the dunning happened on 6th of 12th for the identification Z506. Now here you have got only one contract account. There can be thousands of contract account. So for all of them, it will show the dunning proposal. If created, execute. So here there's a dunning proposal created. If proposal is there, then only you can run the activity. Okay. That means here it's showing 01 is possible. Reminder. That means if the number of days of arrears have passed, okay, which means to say that is it has reached the level number 1. If proposal is there, then only a dunning activity can be done. Otherwise, you cannot do the activity. So after the proposal has been done, we have to run the dunning activity for the particular proposal. Okay. So now we will make the dunning activity run. So dunning activity run. For the dunning proposal which happened for this particular date ID and identification, now we will save it first. Okay. After that, schedule the program run and then background and then environment, dunning history and then execute. So a dunning history will show a dunning activity has happened for the dunning level 01. Only when the dunning activity is run, it will update the dunning level in the open item. So if you go to FPL9 and then check for 5701 whether it has reached the dunning level. It has reached the dunning level as 01. Okay. That means dunning activity has been proposed and dunning level has reached. Okay. So now we will see what is the effect of this particular dunning activity. So go to dunning activity run and then environment. Any correspondence is there, select the correspondence, then execute and then select the particular line and then correspondence history. Okay. In the correspondence history, it will show a letter can be printed. So select it and then print the correspondence with the output device as LP01 and then print. So now a letter will be printed and sent to the customer, what we have seen. And then if you go to system and then check for the owns pull request on 18/12, okay, today's date, it has done the printing contents. So it has printed a letter saying that as of now 4,000 is rupees. Please pay 4,000 by 9/12. Okay, that means it is adding 3 days subsequent to the Dunning proposal run on 6th. Okay, so 3 days giving the time to consumer to make the payment. Now we will add one more item. So one more item, let us say we add it on, let's say 3rd. Okay, so if you add 3rd, then 4th it will become due. Then with the 3 days grace period, it will become 7th. Okay, so if you run the Dunning proposal on, let's say we add a new open item on 3rd. Okay, 3rd means 4th and then 7th. If you do the Dunning level on 7th or 8th, then that time the Dunning will happen for only the first item, second item, because the first one, the level has not reached. Okay, so we will create new open item FPE1. So we will make it as document date as, let's say 03 or 04, 04 12 2019, and then document type is 50, posting date 04 12 2019, T200, BP item is this open item. So contract account is 5701, main transaction, sub transaction, amount is 3,000 rupees. So previously 4,000 and second open item is 3,000, and then save it. Now document is posted under 90027. Now it has got two open items. Okay, what are the two open items? If you go to FPL9 and then check all the open items, so it is showing Dunning level 01 for the first item, and the second item is 3,000 due on 4th. Okay, due date is on 4th. Now let us run the Dunning after, let's say 8th or 9th. Okay, when you do the Dunning on 9th, what will happen? The only second item will be done. Why? Because the first item Dunning happened on 6th. So minimum 5 days has to elapse. Then only the level 2 will reach. But the item number second is now due for Dunning. If you do on, let's say 4th means 4 plus 5, 6, 7, 8. 8th or 9th, if you see Dunning, what will happen? We will see. So go to Dunning proposal on, let us say 9th. Go to contract accounts receivable and payable. Go to periodic processing. And then for the contract accounts, we will select the Dunning notice, propose the Dunning proposal. So 09/12/2019, Z59, enter. Contract account 5701, Dunning parameters 09/12/2019, technical settings VKONT, and then save it. So after preparing we have to save it and then schedule the program run. Background, okay. Program is scheduled. Come back, go to Dunning proposal run, and then go to environment, and then Dunning history. Okay, execute. So now Dunning has not happened here. Okay, so for the grouping, so actually second item is due for Dunning, so it's not happened. So we will see why it has not happened. So go to FPL9 and then see open items. 501, it does not happen. 4/12/2019, so we ran on 10th. Now if you take the first item where you've done the Dunning on 6th, so we'll put 5, and let us say we do it on 12th and then see what happened. So Dunning proposal run, on, let us say 13/12/2019, Z513, create, contract account is 5701, and then we'll put it as 13/12/2019, technical settings, VKONT, and then save it. So parameters are run, save it, schedule the program run, okay, and then we'll go to environment, Dunning proposal, Dunning history, execute. So now Dunning has happened. Now proposal is there, but what is the amount it is taking now? It is taking 7,000. Okay, that means it is adding both the items. Okay, that means it is considering both the items, that is 3,000 plus 4,000, that is 7,000 rupees, and then it has gone to Dunning level 2. But this Dunning level 2 is applicable to the first item. Okay, that means in the total 7,000, the entire 7,000 is not having the same Dunning level. Okay, the first Dunning item is reaching the Dunning level 2, but the second item, it has to first come to Dunning level 1, then only it can go to Dunning level 2. So if you go to the open item FP09, FPL9, and then check the Dunning levels, the second item, it is not coming Dunning. Why it is not coming? 0102. That means grouping is a problem here. That's why it's not happening. 4,000 plus 3,000, 7,000. It is issuing for 7,000, but this item should have been done with the level 2, 02. It has not happened here. So now it has created the security deposit. We will examine why it is not doing. So now let's go to the security deposit where it's created. Go to the account, security deposit, and then change. So let's find out whether security deposit was created for the contract account 5701. Contract account, no values are okay. It has only reached the Dunning level. Oh, yeah. Why it is not showing? One is because proposal is there, but you have not done the Dunning activity. Yeah. Proposal doesn't update the Dunning level. After the Dunning proposal has been done, we have to run the Dunning activity. Only when you do the Dunning activity, it will update the Dunning level. Okay. So first, what we'll do, we'll do the Dunning activity. Okay. That's why it was missing. So go to periodic processing and then go to contract account for contract accounts, and then here we'll see Dunning activity run. Select the Dunning activity run, save it, and then schedule the program run. Background, okay. Now we will see the environment Dunning history, execute. So it is showing Z5, it is showing 2 level and 06. The 2 level is the total level it has reached for 7,000, but the item 1 also will have its own Dunning level. Okay, let's see what is the Dunning level position now for the particular open item. If you go to FPL9 and then see the open item, it is showing Dunning level 1. Okay, that means while grouping, what it will do, it will take the overall Dunning level for effecting the activity, but individually also it is assigning Dunning level. Okay, so the second item has become Dunning level 01, whereas the first item has reached the Dunning level 02. Okay, but since both items are put together, whatever activity has to happen, the final activity, it cannot do two activities. It will perform only, it will prepare a correspondence letter. It will also prepare the security deposit. Let's see whether it has happened that way. So go to Dunning activity run and then go to environment correspondence, execute. So no correspondence. Why? Because since while grouping it has combined both the items, and both items combined, it is attaining the Dunning level 2 for which a security deposit has to be created. So security deposit would have been created. So let's go to see the security deposit created. Go to contract account and then the security deposit change. Security deposit created for the contract account 5701. So it has created a security deposit as 71. For 71, it is included amount as 7,000 rupees. It is added 7,000 rupees. That means you would have put the second level dunning as a letter, then it would have created a letter to show 7,000 amount is due, and the third level would have been security deposit. In that case, what it will do, the second level, when it reaches for the first item, it will prepare one letter showing as of now we are supposed to have basically 7,000 rupees amount due from you. You have to make the payment. If you're not done the payment, you must, if you're done the payment, ignore, otherwise you have to make the payment. Okay. When the third lending level will happen, it will create a second deposit. But here, since the second level itself you given second deposit, it has not done the second, for second item any correspondence, it has included the item into the second deposit itself. Okay. So this is how the dunning will happen. Okay. So we have seen dunning as a basic transaction, and then we will again come back to dunning in future to do what we call the interest calculation, or not interest, charges. Okay. Whenever dunning will happen, some charges will be calculated, and that charges will be again debited to contract account as basically the statistical item. It will become open item but statistical, for which you can collect the amount. Now, before we come to conclusion for the first phase of the dunning, we will see what is this dunning grouping, what is the effect of the dunning grouping. So go to financial accounting new, contract accounts receivable and payable, and then business transactions, dunning notices, and then define dunning grouping. In this activity, define dunning groupings for the contract accounts receivable. You can then assign these groupings to contract account. So in contract account, there are two important fields. One is the dunning procedure, what you are maintaining, and dunning grouping. Then standard settings for insurance companies. Review the dunning grouping criteria in the standard system and change if necessary. To create a new dunning grouping key, proceed as follows. Define the dunning group criteria. Define the grouping fields for the dunning grouping criteria. So first you can define a dunning group and then include the fields which will be required for grouping the open items. So here the standard grouping available as 01, which is group dunning grouping. So here dunning grouping fields. So these are all the fields what are included. That means while grouping the open items, it can group based on the GPART or based on the level, based on the contract account, based on the amount. Okay. So these are all the criteria by which dunning open items will be grouped. Okay. So that is the purpose of dunning grouping the fields. And when you prepare the contract account CAA2, we have got the dunning and corresponding dunning grouping standard. Okay, this is what we have entered. So basically it is going to group the open items according to criteria, like a business partner or a contract account or a dunning level. Okay, so based on that actually the grouping will happen, and for the open item totally derived from the grouping, it will do the dunning activity. So that's what happened in the case. We had 7,000 rupees total amount. For that, it created a security deposit. Okay. So this is how we can understand. Now, after doing the dunning, again we'll come back to dunning. We're now calculating the charges for the dunning. We will see now next business transaction. Go to financial accounting new, contract accounts receivable and payable, business transactions. Now we will go to interest calculation. Okay. So interest calculation. Now, so far what you have done, security deposit you have done, payments you have done. In payments, you have done the incoming payment, but you have to do incoming and outgoing payment creation, where you have to customize the payment method, that is pending. Automatic clearing.